or record. Jody, how are you? Have we met?
Yeah, I was on the first night, but I was sitting on my couch and it was super dark and you could barely see me.
Oh, okay. Like racking my brain, and I apologize.
And I missed last week, so yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So let's get a little update. So we're up to doing 25 messages a day, a variety of ways to do that. And then we talked a lot about adding friends last week. And then we've also talked about doing engagement posts and content and stories. So give me some ideas on how that's going, what's working, what questions you have. And then we're going to do a really cool thing today called group messaging, which I think you're going to love because like November 1st is like looming and y'all already have an abundance of flash sales as it is every month. And with Black Friday, I'm sure it's going to get even more exciting. So I want to give you a way to get group messages out to people that I think is going to be really fun. Okay, so give me some updates. How many days last week did you do your 25 or more messages per day? Give me kind of an update on that. Have you started content connecting with people you haven't for a while? Go ahead, Jody.
Yeah, and I have a couple of questions too. So I was getting through half of the video from last week, so sorry if I repeat a few things, but I was watching Karen. I'm just struggling because I don't have a lot of friends. So my big thing is I need to start increasing my friend count because I have about 15 friends total ever that do stories. Like I don't have a lot. So Kelly hears from me, Karen hears from me, Lisa, all the girls hear from me basically every time, but I started to try and scroll. So I was consistently hitting about 15 a day for the first couple of weeks. But I just need to spend a bit more time. It just takes more time to try and get through and find someone else to comment on. So, but it doesn't matter. Like I have other people that I just randomly talk to in Messenger. So if I just go start messaging with those people, it doesn't have to be that I found someone from Facebook and then go message, right? It doesn't matter.
No, so a couple things we said last week is you can go through the news feed and you find, them and their little girl went on a mother-daughter date, and you just click message and you're like, oh my gosh, I love what you did with your daughter. That's going to be priceless. What a great mom you are. So, or you go through your friends list. In fact, oh, this is so funny. I had this really funny aha when we were doing our regular 25 live club. Was it this week or last week? I don't know. Anyway, all of a sudden I went, okay, there's 26 letters in the alphabet. I do believe in taking one day off a week. So if you have 4 Sundays or 4 whatever days, that leaves 26 days left in the month. And there's 26 letters. So what if every day you went through, okay, today I'm doing A's and B's and C's, and you just went through your friends list and you reconnect with a couple, okay? And hopefully like, something about, hey, how are your girls doing? How is, is it already starting to get cold in blah, blah, blah city? Is it, if you don't know anything about them, go see what they posted last and, connect with something they said. So the whole idea is find some way to comment, message somebody.
Right. I guess.
Friends do you have total, Jody?
Oh, I don't have a lot. I'm only like 350. So this is my big downfall right now is I need to build it up. But what I'm saying is I have a lot of people I just message with in Messenger because they don't want to use text or whatever, or iMessage. So if I just find those people in my Messenger and I think of something I want to talk to them about, it's not like I have to go find someone on Facebook, a new person. I can just message with people I'm already in Messenger with, correct?
Well, not if you're not Facebook friends with them. Like then they're not going to see your post if they're not on actually getting on Facebook. Okay. Are they only using Messenger? No, right. You can
it's
reconnect
just because I have they're a Facebook friend, but it's just that's the way they message with me.
Yeah, not exactly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
No, for sure.
So that's what I've been trying to do is find those people just versus like trying to find a new person in like a news feed or something.
Well, you do want to mix, right? If there's people you're already talking to, they're probably going to be seeing your post because you've been messaging them anyway. If you want people that haven't seen your content, you want to do some different people. You want to have a good mix of the two.
Yeah, okay. I just need to increase my friend count.
So that was all last week's lesson is on
Yeah.
how to add friends.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And, you know, everybody's just a little bit different on that. It's kind of interesting, you know, how many friends different people have. But
Yeah.
remember, the goal in the long run is at 5,000. You know what I mean? If you have a
5,000.
professional account, it can be even more than that. But I have
Yeah.
yet to switch mine to professional account.
Okay.
So
I did notice though, when I was at least consistently doing 15, I was getting more comments back in my stories than when I wasn't. So I did notice that actually happening and people responding to, I know you were asking people last week about what questions they did. Dear Lord, I don't remember some of them, but I do know that's when I was like, hey, people are actually looking at these things and responding. It's the first time it's happened. So I did notice that.
awesome. Fabulous. That's a good feeling. Like, oh, good. The stuff's at least getting seen. Awesome.
Exactly.
Cool. All right, Kelly, what are your thoughts, love? How's it going?
Going good. I'm doing my 25, sometimes more, creates conversations. I'm a bit more strategic and I'm actually like going through my friends and trying to have conversations with people who I normally wouldn't, because those are the people who I want to start seeing my stuff. Not like the everyday people, you know?
Mhm.
So yes, I hear what Jody's saying. It's taking a little longer, but in the end, we will gain because these people get to see our stuff that normally wouldn't. And I'm actually even starting to see people interact and comment with each other in my comments.
That's Facebook loves
That's
that.
cool.
Yeah.
Facebook
So
loves that.
that's new this week. I did a post about like somebody should contact the cereal company and tell them to put Ziploc on their cereal, you know, like this should have already happened in our lifetime. And when people were posting photos of like the knockoff brand, then I had friends going in saying, where did you get that? So that was good. That was a new thing happening. Now, one of my questions I did have, so I have a lot of people, like I'm trying to do the 5 friends a day, sometimes more. And I'm up probably 100 friends just since last week.
Nice.
So I've had some of them come into my Facebook group and some who haven't. So my question is, with the Facebook group, not everybody is on as much as me. So they may not have seen the request to join, or like how long are they on review for, right? Like they get a bit of a
30 days.
review, 30 days.
30 days before
So
they get
I did
kicked
a
out.
live in my group today. So would they have seen my live?
Well, the Facebook algorithm showed it to them.
Yes. Okay, perfect. So now when I'm starting to do my lives and my content in my group, I'm gearing it a little bit towards if you are a new person joining my group, you know?
Cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Love it.
So 30 days they have to decide.
Yeah.
Okay. And in those 30 days, I'll message them.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't add them to the group too soon. You definitely want to be posting content about hair, kind of see who engages with it. Also invite them to like your page. You know, you've got kind of like where you want to go. Like it's complicated, right? So, but I love that. Which groups are you finding people to add friends from?
So I was in a Stittsville mom group, and I also was in like a makeup for women over 40. So, but I kind of got in trouble in one of the groups. No, I didn't really get in trouble, but the lady was just kind of like, this is like not like, people were actually asking, like they want to know what product could help them. So I just took a photo, just say like of this product right here, and I would put it in the comments. But then I got a private message from the administrator and she was kind of like, this isn't really a selling group. Well, yes, it is. You let people post Amazon stuff in here. But anyways, I didn't go there with her. I just said, yeah, okay, no problem. Sorry. So, you just have to be a little careful. That's all.
Yeah.
But
you didn't get kicked out. You just got a warning.
No, they didn't even suspend me or anything. I think it was just like a warning. And I had only did it on a couple of posts. Like I was just being honest. You want to know honestly what a solution is? Here it is. They're just calling me out because I'm an MLM company, because all kinds of people had Amazon screenshots of stuff and had it posted there, and that was okay.
It's okay for Amazon to make money.
Exactly. Anyways, I wasn't super, super offended. I just said, oh yeah, I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Maybe I can make friendships.
The,
wonder if you could like,
can you post like hair transformations and stuff in there? Like, have you tried just doing anything like, or I guess
No.
skincare
No,
related
I'm
and
just
not
leaving
getting-
it alone right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just leaving it because I like, obviously they're watching me, so.
Yeah.
you know what,
Um,
try this, Kelly, next time. Okay, so like, make it sound a little more solution based, meaning like, oh, I drink water and I make sure I wash my face at night and I have a really cool moisturizer I like. Okay, I'm just like kind of making
Yeah,
up
yeah.
an app. Okay. If if you'd like the link to it, be sure and just, give me a thumbs up to this message and I'll send you a message with it. So like, do you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
don't only talk about a product, talk about, you know what I mean? Because like, I personally believe most people don't think I look 50 because I drink so much water and I'm not a coffee and whatnot drinker. But I don't know that for sure. I do not wash my face every night. I'm kind of lazy, but
we have products for that.
I know, but I'd have to like get them out and do this. So yeah, no, I have stuff that's that I like. But do you see what I'm saying? So like, don't make it just sound like a product pitch, but like say, oh my gosh, this has helped and this has been amazing. And or even ask, hey, I'm curious what your age is. Like, ask kind of a question to get a little bit better idea.
Yes.
Hey, I'm curious. Oh, one of my favorite follow-up questions, if they haven't already said it in the post. Hey, just out of curiosity, what have you already tried? And they tell you, you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Wow, you've tried really hard to like figure this out. Then they feel like you really care. And so when you say, I have a link, would you like, and you might just say, would you like the website for it? Don't say my link, what I mean? Like, be strategic about it. And they say yes or no. But when you see somebody struggling, go at them as a friend and see if they accept. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We had a situation the other day and we were laughing and there's this group and they didn't want me to post this thing. And I'm like, there's this post that asked if people had this problem. I'm just going to go add all the people that says they have this. It was actually a goal, not a problem. I'm like, I'm just going to go add them all if they're going to let me, say anything in here. Like, I have my ways, and Porter was totally laughing at me because he knows how stubborn I am. But so do you see what I'm saying?
Determined
Yes,
and
I'm determined,
creative, not stubborn. It's determined and creative.
Determined and creative. I'm a problem solver. So anyway, and you're really like, I've had so many discussions with you, Kelly, where you're like, I just like to help people, so as long as you make it feel like I just like to help people, and it's not, oh, just this one thing's the miracle, because this one thing is never the whole miracle. You know what I mean?
No, you're right.
So anyway, just, and like, so I'm curious, and also ask some like follow-up questions, like, so what's your age, or what happened to your mom's skin, or, I mean, do you kind of see what I'm saying? Like, when did you see the biggest changes? How long has it been since you've had a baby? Is there any difference in your hair that seems to be similar to your skin? Just kind of see what I'm saying. When it was, Porter did a post today on her page, and it was asking about their team size, and it just said blown up. And I said, I don't care what people say. People like to talk about themselves, like, if you just ask a couple follow-up questions, they all, like, within 3 questions, they feel like you're their new best friend. And they'll talk to you about whatever product you have. Not that they're necessarily going to buy it, but you listen to them like, oh my gosh, my face is doing this, or my hair is doing this. You are their new best BF, their new BFF. See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
no, that's good, because in this one mom group that I'm in, lots of people are like, I'm having hair loss. I don't know what's going on. Can somebody recommend a product? And like, obviously I know I don't just go in there and be like, yeah, you should buy
Right.
this one. So I was going to ask you, like, what is it appropriate to say? Like, do you leave links there? I don't want to just leave a link, because people need to be educated before they buy my product. You know what I mean? But then if I go to send them a message, they're not going to get it. It's going to go to a spam folder. So I got to find a way.
But that's the thing, when they see you're in the same group, when they've seen you've had interaction somewhere else, I find it goes into a request folder and I get a note that there's been a request.
Okay.
Sorry, didn't you say the other day, Mom, that you usually have message requests like pop up in your main inbox?
I do a lot of times.
I had that too yesterday, actually. When there's enough connections between you, Facebook will say, like, right there in your messenger, hey, you know, you just got a request from this person to message you.
Okay.
So yeah, sorry, I was just
Okay.
gonna.
That's good. Thank you.
Yep. And it's a little bit time consuming when you're going back and forth in those groups. I mean, it's a lot easier in Messenger because it's just easy to track. So, you know, see how fast you can move it to Messenger, but move it to Messenger. And the biggest thing is to ask, hey, I'm curious, you know, I love having the conversation. I love hearing about your hair, your skin, your whatever. I have a couple things that have worked for me. Would you be interested in hearing more about them? Don't ever, 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 ever offer products without asking permission. It is like the difference is like night and day difference between the kind of conversations and how people will feel about what you said. If you make sure you okay, it's pretty remarkable how like effective that is.
I just
Okay.
wrote it down, so I'll use that.
Yeah. It is magical. All right.
Hi, Michelle.
Hi, Lisa.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Is your call done now?
Which call? Are you guys kind of lost? Who's on what call?
Lisa's with us.
Yeah.
The Jazz, no.
Jasmine, what call are you looking for?
For me?
No,
No, not Lisa.
No,
You
not
might
you.
swipe. You may not be able to see everybody we're talking to.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I'm on the right call.
I
Good
don't
night,
think
but-
so, love.
but
So
I-
go ahead and-
But I'm new. I'm with the 25
Oh, I was on her head.
Live Club or something.
Those are on
Mine-
Tuesdays, hun. You're
Oh,
on-
okay. I'm sorry. All right,
right.
good night.
Bye.
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 We don't have that happen very often.
No. Well,
like-
and I just went in and I was like searching like her name. I'm like, I think I've seen that name before, but I don't remember which course. Anyways,
Well, and I'm like,
kind of funny.
have hair. I wonder if she would telling Monet. I'm like, that's a skincare. That's okay too. I'm like, doesn't look like the poster child for this company. Anyway, okay, that's funny. Apparently, she misread Tuesday for Thursday. Okay, it's all good. All right. Okay, so what kind of engagement post have you guys been posting? Because no matter how many friends you have, that can be something you're laser consistent with. Tell me what kind of things you're posting, how it's working, and also how quickly are you replying to people? Because that makes a huge difference in your algorithms.
Are you talking stories or posts themselves?
All the above.
Either, yeah. Damn, I forget some of what I've done. I know the other day I took a picture, I was out in the boat and I took a selfie and then I said, what do you guys think I'm up to today? But you couldn't really see the background, and it was the lowest engagement I had. I had one friend, he's like, up to no good, I'm sure. Yeah. Karen responded fishing, a few people, but I'm trying to think of some of the other ones I've done. But I was getting like probably 5 or 6 people responding to some of the other ones. I just need to remember what I posted.
That's a very good number for having 300 friends. That's
Yeah.
great.
I was shocked at a few responses I got because there was quite a few. Yeah.
Awesome. That's fabulous. How about you, Kelly? What kind of things are you posting or putting in stories?
So I asked if, like I just said, we built a new home and I have a ton of windows to clean. So I asked people what they're using to clean their windows, and Norwex is leading, in case anybody wants to know.
Yeah, we have
Um,
in our house.
I think like 54 comments. Like, I actually used one of yours. It was like, as fall is approaching, sweater, cardigan, what do you wear? I think it was one of yours. I did on a scale of 1 to 10 for something. I don't know, but my engagement is up on my personal profile page, big time. Like I'm really starting. Oh, and I asked about the Ziploc bag. Like I'm always asking questions, and I'm actually like, one of the other high ones was like, what was the worst thing you stepped on in the middle of the night, or you could step on in the middle of the night? So that was huge. Like I got crazy people commenting that I would never think actually are looking at my Facebook. And it actually is helping me take a look at who is watching me and how I can target my social media to them for Monate and in
Cool.
my stories too. Yeah.
Right. I was even thinking, because when I looked at one of my stories too, Kelly, I looked through, I was like, oh my God, those people are actually looking at what I'm posting. Like, really? But then I thought those are the people I could start trying to find something that they've posted and message them, because they're already watching too, and keep it going a little bit. But I'm thinking back, actually, the most comments I got were posts that weren't polls or questions. It was like my picture or my little video of, I was in HomeSense, and I did a little video of all the Christmas stuff, and I put like jingle bells to it. And I said, like, I think that's all I did. And I had like 6 people comment like, oh my God, where are you? Like, I can't go there. I'll spend too much money. And so I got a lot of comments on that one.
Cute.
That's good.
Yeah, people love your everyday life and they love your
Mhm.
face. I always say the person who keeps their face on Facebook the most wins.
Yep.
So yeah. Yep. Isn't that interesting to think about Facebook? Like Mark and whoever his geek buddies were like, how did they decide this name? Like
Yeah.
Facebook. Like, technically, like you think there could be something a little more clever than that. Kind of funny. Lisa, how are your engagement posts going and your messaging, love?
Well, I try to go in every day and post a question. The last week I was sick with COVID, so I was really,
No.
yeah, I'm still not really feeling the best, but I'm back to work. And it'll be 3 weeks on Sunday, and I'm still
Wow.
like rubbing my nose and anyways, I'm still managing to do my
Can I-
posts.
Can I tell you something really funny? So I felt kind of crummy last week. And this is sort of embarrassing because I was like, okay, what kind of soup or spicy food do y'all like to eat when you're, don't feel well? And I said, prayers and soup welcome. Well, most of my friends live all over the place, and I don't, I have 5,000 friends, like only maybe, I don't know if I have 25 that live within my town because we just moved a year ago. And anyway, so this gal from church, she calls me, she's like, I'm bringing you soup. And I wasn't dying, and I have plenty of adult people in my life that can make me soup. I was so embarrassed, but seriously, go ask the super spicy food question. They all love to answer it. It was like, whip big. You might get some soup. Oh, it was funny.
But yes, I'm trying really hard. It is hard adding people to my group by going into the groups, but I am starting by talking. I have no problems doing that. It's just a lot of the ones
to add them as friends. So we're not trying to add them to the group yet. We're just trying to add them as friends first.
the friends. Yes, that's what I'm doing.
Awesome.
I find a lot of the ones that I click on are not taking messages, or there's another thing that pops up that you can't add them.
You know, so sometimes people have their things set for only friends of friends can add them.
Okay.
So try adding the admin of the group as a friend first. And then a lot of times she's friends, he or she is friends with a lot of people in the group. And sometimes that helps because they can see that. The other thing I do is like, if you've made a real connection in that group, you've talked back and forth about kids, dogs, food, whatever it is. I'll go back to that and I'll be like, Susie, I meant to add you as a friend because I really want to get to know you better. There wasn't an add friend button. Hey, I would love to get to know you better. Would you mind, adding me as a friend? And then put the link to your profile. Okay. That's just when you go to your profile and you just grab the link in the URL bar. So to kind of see what I'm saying, there's all sorts of ways to kind of work around that. I mean, if it's a very loose connection and there's not anything that big deal anyway, like don't worry about it, just go on to the next person. But if you're like, wait a minute, we were bonding, and you're like, no, I really want to add them, go the extra effort and reply to one of the things you were talking about. Make sure you tag her and like, girl, I'm trying to add you a friend. Would you mind adding me, and see if she responds?
Okay. I'll try that.
Okay. So like I said, it kind of depends on how much effort you've put into it, if it's worth it.
Oh, for sure.
Okay. All right. And what kind of engagement posts are working for you?
Actually, the questions have been the best.
Like what? Which ones?
Whenever I was sick, like about what do you like having when you're sick? Like what kind of soup? What else can I say? I can't think off the top of my head here.
Right.
Like, the different flavored creams for your coffee, or
Smart.
I have put some of the ones that you shared, the pumpkin stuff for the fall. Some people you'll get that'll post it or answer to it, and some don't. And then you could just post a random picture of yourself, and then you get lots of likes and comments. And
Yep.
One other thing, Michelle, I'm not sure if you were on with us, Lisa, but Michelle had suggested, and this has really been helping and working with me, is using emojis like the thumb up or the thumb down or the pukey face or the delicious face. Instead of putting like yes or no, I've been trying to practice putting in emoji, and on the yes and no's, I'm not getting anything. But if I put emojis, I'll get clicks.
That's so funny.
don't
That's
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in your story. The other thing, like, this is kind of funny. There was one day, so I had like this twist and this like kind of messy bun down here, and I'm like, okay, I want to know. I kind of like this hairdo, but am I too old for it? And I mean, I sincerely did want to know. I mean, I was still gonna wear it anyway, like I do what I want to do, but it was super funny. Like, it was a massive amount of comments. It was about hair, yeah. So
Do you want to join me then, Michelle?
no, but thank you. So but I mean, Kelly, I could totally see you doing like a straight side and a wavy side. Okay, guys, which one should I wear date night or something? There are so many different ways you can go with that. So it's really funny. Or even like, I'll do food stuff and I'll be like, nailed it or failed it, or, on a scale of 1, or would your family be likely to eat this or not? Or, all sorts of different things like that. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So lots and lots of fun there. All right, you guys getting that? Is that kind of make sense?
I did forget to mention earlier too, one of the groups I joined was a yoga group because I want to get back into it.
Oh, I love that.
And anyone, I don't know if you've heard of Yoga with Adrienne. She's awesome on YouTube and stuff. And I found one on Facebook and I thought I'll join it. And then I thought, oh, I'll try a post. Maybe I'll be told I can't. And I asked, what's your favorite or best yoga practice to help with tight hips? Like I'm still getting comments. Like it has been unbelievable the responses I've had. And then people, like you said, Kelly, it was people commenting on the other people commenting and then me commenting back to both of them. So I'm going to write down the names of the people that commented and then try and watch. So if they do a post, I can comment again and then maybe start to build a bit of rapport with a few people in there. But yeah, it was overwhelming the amount of posts.
That,
So
so how many of them did you add as friends?
I have to yet. That's part of my list for this weekend when I spend a bit of time. So I'm going to go back and then I'm going to start adding some of them as friends. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a gal that she sells crafting product, sorry. And what did she post? I don't know. I think she posted one of her finished projects, I think, and she got 500 plus comments.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, girl, and she is somebody that's like a founder in the company, so most of her friends are consultants. Like she actually struggles to find customers because people follow her from, you know what I mean, they're consultants, and it kind of messes her up a little bit. I'm like, that's 500 people who aren't consultants. Go at every single one of them. Who cares if only half of them, accept? Like, go, like, like, oh, that's exactly what you needed, is to like totally break out of all your consultants. And she needs to like unfollow all of them, not necessarily unfriend them, but definitely turn it off so she can't see their stories, because she ain't got no time for that, right? So that's the thing, when you have that, Porter has that happen all the time in his like motivational book group and his triathlon group. All the time he'll post some sort of little, hey, tell me your thoughts on this, and you guys, that is like the perfect opportunity. I mean, you don't want to make Facebook mad. You don't want to try to add all 500 of them in one day. Like that doesn't go over well, right? Facebook's like, anytime you do something drastically different, like Kelly could add 50 people in one day and probably not have Facebook mad at her. Jody, you have 300 people. You're not adding people every day. If you try to add 50 in one day, Facebook would get cranky with you. It's when you do something extremely different that it gets mad. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah, I've been put in Facebook jail a few times.
Yeah. So those kind of things are good to know. Okay. I wanted to try something really fast here. I noted, oh, whoops. Let's see where. That doesn't matter. Okay. I noticed on pictures on your personal profile that there was a thing to edit and there were stickers. And so, okay, I'm going to post this and then I'll delete it. Okay, so this is actually on my news feed. It is not seeable. Okay, so there is a question right down there. You see the two answers. There we go. These are these cheesy graham cracker things we did last night. Okay, I'm just gonna post this. Curious if this is interactive.
By the way, Mom, Lexi overheard you say it was cheesy, and she says that's rude and that our crafts were not cheesy.
No, hers wasn't. Hers was very gory and a casket. Okay, let me post this. Porter and Kelly, go look at my profile real quick. I've never seen anybody use these, but I want to know if they're interactive or not. Because I'm wondering why you can put this on your profile with the sticker. I mean, it doesn't, it's not clickable. That's super interesting that they let you put that sticker on there, but it's not clickable. Okay, I'm gonna delete
no. It's not interactive.
Yeah, that's weird. I would like it.
Might get people to comment one of those things, but move to trash archive.
Maybe at
That's
some
true.
point it will.
I know, right?
They're interactive on reels when you create a reel with one of those.
Except
It
you know
is.
what, Porter? When I'm doing, like, I'll oftentimes create my reel on Instagram and then
Yeah.
just download it and drop it in everywhere.
Mhm.
When you put a
Much
poll
better.
sticker on a reel, you don't have an option of when you want that poll sticker to show up. It just shows up the whole reel.
Are you
There
an
might
iPhone or
be-
Galaxy?
Pardon?
Are you an iPhone or Galaxy?
iPhone.
Usually iPhones have more options.
Try it out, Porter. Are you on Instagram?
Mhm.
So tomorrow, make a reel and try and see if I'm failing to recognize where I can control that. But when I'm even doing like a video on there and I want
Uh-huh.
that, like, I don't want the poll on the whole time. I only want it on when I'm asking the question.
I know there's different things that I have learned. Like there was this time you could add your own photo and there was a timer, but you couldn't add it on a Galaxy, but you could do on an iPhone. Like those are always things that kind of like, well, now you can do this. You like it? Okay, now we'll add a timer to it. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're probably right. Maybe it's just a matter of time.
I
yeah,
think so.
you know, the coding gods have got to do their next set of coding.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I can look into that more, but it's a good question.
And he chooses a Google phone or Pixel phone. What's it called?
Yeah, it's the Pixel, but it runs off of the same. It's just Android. It's the same operating system.
I literally have an iPhone and a Galaxy just because when people ask questions, there's always something that looks way different on an iPhone than a Galaxy. It's always fun. That could
You're
literally,
committed.
I know. I think that literally could be a whole, that would be actually funny, a whole like Instagram account where it's just like the differences between Galaxy and iPhone. Are you trying to find this? This is where you find it here. This is where you find it here. That could be funny. Okay. All right. So I do want to show you our new thing. Well, the new tip for the night with regards to group messaging. Okay. Your diehards, you're probably going to ask about this mostly in your Facebook group, maybe some on your business page if you're choosing to use a business page. I would definitely message your best customers, anyone who buys pretty regularly, see if they want to be put in this group message. But the whole idea is, so part of my program is about how do we get Facebook to show your content to more people? And then the other part is, what do you do because Facebook doesn't show your content to everybody? What can you do to offset that? Now, we have programs like ManyChat and some automated messaging and some stuff like that. There's a time and a place for that. So I'm going to show you the cheap, easy way to do it via Facebook, via your personal profile, especially where you guys have groups and you're friends with most people in your group. This is pretty doable. So I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay. And there's a nice video when you click on your magic link that takes you into here too. All right. Okay. So here in Messenger, what we're going to do is I'm going to click the start message button. So the idea is we're going to put, did we figure out it was 100 people now, 100 plus people into a group message, but to do
I think
this,
it was 150.
dang.
It's actually
So-
151.
It's huge.
Yeah. So there's some important things you need to do though, so you don't make people mad. Okay. So first we need to set it up right. Okay. So I'm going to put my sudo account in here that I never use and Porter. You do need to put 2 people in here. That's funny. It's bringing up your Instagram account. To start this group chat. Then we like design this and then we add the other people in. Okay. So I'm going to come down here and I'm just going to say hello just to get this started. Okay. So you got yourself and one other person, well, 2 other people in this group besides yourself. Okay. Now couple really fun things. All right. So over here, customize group chat. We want to start here. So change the name of this. Okay. Now I would still put your first name. So I would put Kelly McDonald Monet announce. Or let's see, good news. I've been into good news group. Okay. And because a lot of times people go to search you, and when you've named this, it won't always pull it up with your name. So if you have your name in the name of the group, I think it'll help people find you. Okay. So we're going to click save on that. And that thing could go up to 500 characters. Like, it was interesting how many it could go up to. Now, here's another cool thing. You can change the photo. So you could make some sort of photo with your face, calling it, you know, your Monet Good News Group. I'm just going to click on something here. Okay. All right. And then you can, so you can change the theme, which is the color. Monet goes kind of purple blue. I'm gonna go with this one. It may not be perfect, but we're gonna do that one for now. Okay. Now, you don't need to do anything with the emoji because we're gonna encourage people not to use emojis. And yeah, okay. And group option, require admin approval. Don't let just anyone join it. Okay. And then we can add more people. All right. So you want to put this kind of contact info in here. Something I've never thought about, Porter, tell me your thoughts on this. So you can add media and files. This could be a really interesting place to put like hair care instructions, or, you know, the best way to get the most out of your shampoo, or all sorts of things. Okay. Tips on maximize your mask. Like, I love to put a mask on, and I put a bag on, and I sit, you know, apply some heat, and I'll walk around the house for hours with it on. Anyway, all sorts of different things that you could probably add some information here that people could come back and find. Okay. So you've got all this. Okay. Now, it is very important that you don't want to put people in here without asking their permission. Okay. So in your group, you might want to say, there are going to be some amazing specials coming up. It's, you know, we got Black Friday, Christmas, and I know how much you love this products, and it's way more fun to get it, you know, at a discounted price. Comment your name below if you want to be in our group message that lets you know about the specials first, like make it feel important. You could even do, if it's compliant with your company, so some sort of giveaway. If you sign up to get in our group message, your name will go into a drawing for a blank. It is absolutely worth doing a little bribing for these kind of things. So you're going to do that on your profile, on your page, in your group, and then send some private messages to your VIPs. You know what I mean? The people that buy regularly, don't miss out on anybody, but ask permission. Hey, I have this group. You also get in on this drawing. Would you like to be a part of the group message? Okay. So just be politically correct about it, but get as many people in as you can. And then you can just add people, right? So you can go through and add them. Now, okay, with that being said, all right, there's a couple other things you need to do. Okay. So first of all, after you get people in, and maybe you may add people maybe once a week, or, you know, every other week or something, you definitely want a message in here first that says, you know, welcome to the group. A couple things to note. One, never reply to any message here with words or emojis. Okay. I tell you, when there's group messages and everybody has to heart the dang message, I want to flick people. I'm like, you don't need to heart it. Don't do it. It's going to make my phone beep again. Okay. Please contact me individually with any questions. And then put the link to your profile. Okay. Let's see. Oh no, oh, right here. Here's the message started. Order, I have too many tabs open. Help.
What are you trying to find?
The message I started. Here it is.
There you go.
Or we just had a mini chat class and we had everybody's tab open just in case they needed anything. Okay. All right. So we're going to put that link in there. And any other rules, just really, it's important to let them know, do not reply to any messages here. The more beeps they get, the more they'll tune out and they'll ignore it and or leave the group. Okay. So that's the first thing I put in there. And so they can click on my name, they can easily message me. And like I said, if you're continuing to add people in here, make sure I would like add once a week and then add this message to it. So glad we have some new members in here. Please remember, these are the guidelines and rules. Okay. So when it comes time to share with them that you have something awesome going on. Okay. Now, this could be so fun. You could have a week-long challenge, like to do something to make their hair healthier. Maybe it's like brush it 50 times at night, or, put on hair mask. You could use this for a challenge, but you would want to exclusively like ask people to be in that specific group. If you do really cool hair tutorials twice a week and you go live, like, hey, you're going to be notified when I go live, and we'll send you the link. Whatever it is, or it's the specials, the flash sale. Okay. One thing that I find is really important. So put, the information down that they need to know, and then add the link. Rather, it's a link to the group because that's where you're going live, or it's a link to your page where you're going live, or it's a link to the website where to buy, or it's a link to your name to chat with you to get more information. Like, don't ever just say message me, or don't ever just say go to the group for this information, or don't ever just say go to my website. Like, include the link. Okay. I cannot emphasize this enough. I see this happen all the time on posts. Hey, y'all, I'm going to go live on my page tonight. What's their page named? What's the link to the page? And it's on their personal profile. I always laugh that people think, I'm like, I know you are important and I love you, but the fact you think you're going to remember your page name, I'm not. So you might want to tell me what it's called and give me the link to get there if you expect me to do that. It's like this huge, like, missed opportunity I see all the time that people do. Bless their hearts, right? When you know better, you do better. So don't ever say, go to this place. Always give them the link to where they should go. And, even if you're like, well, I know they know, just make it easy. Just make it so easy they can possibly not go order the, flash sale or whatever it is. Okay. So that kind of thing is so important. And just, always remind them when you put a post in here, reminder, don't reply to this. Click here to message me for questions. Don't ever think that you can say that too much, because as soon as people start, replying in here, and if you have someone that starts replying, then you want to go to a private messenger and say, hey, Susie, this is a place to message me. Please don't do it in the group. It's real easy to miss that's, you probably didn't realize that's what you were doing. Like, be nice and just direct her over to your personal profile messenger, just between the two of you. But this is powerful. Okay. So whether you have an announcement, you're going live, whatever it might be, the whole idea is you're outsmarting the algorithm, right? You're going to make sure they get the information and you're not waiting for them to open Facebook and happen to be in the right place at the right time and see that post. And in addition to that, when they see that post, they also have time to actually act on it. Okay. All those things needing to be in perfect alignment. That doesn't happen very often, right? So help people out by having this. And you know your people who would like be so sad if they missed any opportunity for getting a discount or a freebie when they do XYZ, or an exclusive product, or the travel size ones, or whatever it is, right? They don't like to miss out on that stuff. And plus in your messaging, which is also helping your algorithms, okay? Use this wisely, be careful, even like tell people, I will be sending one message a week, okay? Let them know what to expect so that you can, take good care of them. Does that make sense? Okay, any questions on this? Like I said, there's a good recorded video on this in your Magic Link too. But I think there's some very cool things that you can do with this, especially because you guys are revving up, the algorithms in your groups and the people that you already have. And yeah, really, really good stuff. Like this is it's so fun how quick and effective this is. And don't hesitate to okay, so I have another client, she's with Matilda Jane, and she chooses to use Project Broadcast. And I'm in her Project Broadcast, and I think I get 1 to 2 texts a week about either a new blouse has been dropped or something's on special, or I don't know. It's 1 to 2 times a week. There's a broadcast that comes out from that, and it's a text message. And I'm sure she has a handful of people that have unsubscribed, but the people who want to know, the company called her, she had the highest increase in sales from last year because she does not choose to spend 2 seconds believing, what if they don't want to hear from me? Yeah, and they'll unsubscribe. Bless and release. She didn't know all the people, they're not all her best friends. She's not worried about offending them. It's a business relationship. It's not a friendship. Should we be kind to everyone? Of course, but it wasn't her BFF. You know what I mean? And so she has phenomenal, she's like, I can't believe how much the company is complaining about, other company members complaining about sales, because mine are doing well. But she stays in front of people, no ifs, ands, or buts. She sends that text out. She doesn't worry about the people, because I have people that'll have 100 people and they have 1 unsubscribe, and especially it's their sister or best friend from high school. They're all in a fit, and they're I'll see your post on Facebook. I see all your stuff. I don't need the text messages too, and they'll waste all this time taking it personal. Where it's you don't need to take it personal. Just do your business, do your thing. Love on those who do want your product, but not everybody wants your product.
I actually have Project Broadcast.
Cool.
I've been using it for the last probably 5 months. And they say that generally people will respond to a text message within 15 minutes. That's how quickly people respond to text. So when, say, for example, I did a live today about frying our hair with our straightener, trying to straighten it when it's damp. As soon as I sent that text message out with the direct link to that live, because they're all in my Facebook group, my views went up to 44.
Wow. Oh, yep.
So it works.
Yep. Yeah. And so Kelly, here's the thing. It is nice to have their phone numbers. It's really easy to put their phone numbers in because they've been ordering. But in ManyChat, you can get them signed up for Facebook messages. You can send them a Facebook message, let them know you're live. That's free. Project Broadcast does add up fast. So there are kind of some cool things you can do there, just as an FYI. But
that's my next goal. ManyChat's my next goal.
Awesome. So anyway, do you guys kind of see this big picture? Okay. So I hope you have a ton of fun setting that up. Okay. Because it's just awesome, you guys. What you can do when you just stay in front of people and don't take it seriously, right? When they are not, when they unsubscribe, it's no big deal. It's really not. Okay. It's just not their day. And you never know, they might come back in one day. Okay. Does that sound good?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, Julio. All right. I'm going to write you some hair questions for next week. I want to make sure you're having those kind of conversations, and we're going to talk about messaging a little bit too. Okay, 'cause I believe in talking to people and closing deals. So I like
Question,
you take
Michelle.
such good care. Yeah.
Where do I go find the videos that I missed, like the recordings?
They're in the magic link, right? Twitter.
They're in totally different from the other videos we're watching.
No, it's
We're-
in the same area. So
Is
you
it?
want to, yeah. So when you log into the portal with your magic link, you'll go up to the top where it says, sorry. You'll go up where it says all modules. When you click on all modules, you'll then go to recorded meetings, and then that pulls up the list. Right now there's only 2. And then either tonight or tomorrow morning, you'll get this one.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
That's all I wanted to know.
No problem.
Okay. But I do have, we call it money making messages. I do have some really awesome content on messaging that, like, companies like yours, like, you do need to have a conversation. Like, the thing you're asking them to buy is an investment. Where, you know, the $5 bling, you're like, sure, I'll bet $5 on pairings. You don't just do that on shampoo, that in hair care products that are, like I said, they're an investment. Not expensive, they're an investment, right? And there's a time and place for different people. So yeah, you're gonna love the messaging. It's very, 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 very effective at closing more deals. It's awesome, if I don't say so myself. And it's funny because Porter, he even went through my money making messages, and he's been, you know, taking care of people as they come in and ask questions. And he's like, he's such a high out closing deals. This is so cool. And I'm like, well, what helped? He goes, I went through your money making messages course. I watched your videos. Anyway, it was pretty dang funny. I had a good laugh over that. But guys, it's pretty fun what you can do. Okay. It's gonna be good. All right. So we'll see you next week. All right. Have a fun. Are you guys Halloween people? I don't know. Yeah. We like Halloween. I think it's kind of fun, and teach their own. It's okay for not to do, have something pumpkin spice. All right.
We hand out shooters at Halloween to the parents that come by to trick or treat. So they love our house.
Wow, you're super cool. I really like your house.
Yeah.
That is so funny. I love that. All right, cool. All right, guys, have a good one, and we'll talk to you next week. Message your 25, add the friends, post engagement stuff. Pick on your profile, or excuse me, in your newsfeed and your stories. Okay, get that done every day. It really builds up. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
Bye.
you.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.